Things I wish I knew when I first started running. This blog post is not meant to be a wagging of the finger to all of you who started the new year with a promise to themselves to create a new habit and start running, but more of a suggestion atop the millions of others that you're going to receive if you ask other longtime runners what their suggestions for being an expert runner are. Got that? Like fitness and nutrition, these are merely love letters to my past self, which I intend to share with hopefully willing listeners. Number 1, find some time, anytime, to stretch. Stretching does not have to be a long process, and neither does your warm-up. I'm not sure if it was because I struggle with anxiety or I thought that I was going to miss out on whatever. I don't know what the hell I was going to miss out on my run, but I would just pop out of the car or house, start my fitness tracker, and just go. No warm-up, no dynamic stretching, no pep talk, just start. Something that if you haven't heard yet from other runners, that's not necessarily a horrible thing, but it's not going to help you catch any PRs either. Now, I have come to learn something about myself. I am able to stretch, so important stretch, for about 2 minutes and give myself 2 minutes to cool down and recover from my run. That not only is good for my body, but it helps me catch up with my mind for the rest of the day. I see my runs get longer and my times get faster as my training goes on. It also cuts down on any injuries you might be on the precipice of receiving. Running can be such a spiritual experience, and I should try to honor my mind and my body just as much as I would honor the amount of work that I put into it. Number 2. Nutrition is key. I just want to make this clear that this part of the advice is not a one-size-fits-all program, and run as fast and as far and as warmed up as you possibly can from the person that says it is. Yes, there are certain foods and macros you can follow to help your body reach its peak performance during race season, but it's not meant to be followed all year and can be tweaked to dietary restrictions and tastes. Rest and nutrition should be looked at as something that will help your run, not something that should be as an afterthought or an excuse to let you have that extra whatever from the pantry. It is used as a building block to help support your workouts, something that should not be so rigid but also not overlooked since you're doing it in support of your run, not in spite of. Number 3, rest is more important than running. Going back to one of the 3 great building blocks to an amazing run or performance-based sport, rest. You sleep more than you eat, and you eat more than you train, so make sure that you put those in the correct order and are prioritized correctly. Number 4, quality is better over quantity. Yeah, I know. I know that any run has said to be better than no run at all, but at what expense? Running is different for everyone, and if you have a mileage or goal in mind, you must be able to change according to how you feel that day. I wouldn't ask a client with a pulled hamstring or very sore glute to stick to the 10 to 9 mile performance schedule, so why would I keep my training cut and dry without making any modifications if I feel sick or I just didn't get enough rest the night before? If I'm able to run a solid 8 45-minute mile for 4 miles, but a horrible, hobbling, spastic, all you know, runners know what I'm talking about, 8 miles, which would you prefer? Well, I definitely know my answer. Number 5, you can't outrun a bad diet. This circles back to the fact that you don't need to use fitness or cardio as a punishment for what you ate or think you can eat more quote-unquote poorly because you ran. Don't use the workout as an excuse for a negative punishment. Running, if you enjoy it, becomes so much more than just a physical activity. It is my time to meditate on things that I might be on my mind, self-care to take a small break from my responsibilities for an afternoon, my therapy, my time to perfect that solo part in one of my favorite songs. Okay, well, maybe that last one's just for me. But running is meant to give you proof of the amazing things that your body can do not as punishment for eating this much or missing that workout or whatever might be on your mind. Use it as a way to improve your performance and as a way to track your progress. Number 6, you aren't going to win the race. Say it again. You aren't going to win the whole race, so why not have fun while you are running it? Unless you're running a 5:4, 3:30-minute mile pace and you're preparing for maybe, a 2-hour marathon, is that possible? Take it easy and run better than your past race, whatever that means to you. Run stronger, run better, run with a smile. If you can do that, you're already miles ahead of your last race. Last one. If you are injured, don't run. Say it louder for the determined, mildly disturbed runners in the back. This one took me a long time to understand. If you have an injury, it is very reasonable for runners to just quote unquote run through it, further injuring yourself, and in the long run, get it? Keeping you away from the love of the sport even longer. In the end, listen to your body since you are the one that knows it best. If something doesn't feel right, stop. Assess what might not be working and take time to rehab, stretch, strengthen the muscles around it, maybe even try cycling or maybe gasp. Take a day off to let the injury heal. I've never heard of a runner losing 1 to 2 minutes off their mile by taking a day off. I promise you, the road will still be there when you get back. Again, all these things are just things that I wish I was able to beat over the head of my past running self. But you see, that is the beauty of not only the sport, but fitness in general. It teaches you not to just be that old-time runner who knows it all in the back of each training group, but it teaches you to become a better version of yourself. I mean, if you can't listen and learn from yourself, who the hell are you going to listen to?